Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video today if it ends up resonating with you. If not, no big deal. My readings aren't for everybody. Today we're going to go ahead and do something just a little bit different. Today I would like to look at any type of connections where you're in no contact, where there's no communication, but you're sort of just kind of curious about this person, what they're up to. But we're going to do a reading today where there's no contact. So, all right, let's jump into it, Libra. Please tell me about Libra and the person that they're in no contact with. Judgment. Yeah, something could have happened here where you called it quits. You saw something that this person did. Maybe this person said something to you that you were not a fan of. It caused you a lot of heartache to have to call this situation quits, it looks like. We'll get into your person's energy in just a moment. But it looks like you called it at some point. You called it. You were just like, no more. I can't do this anymore. And it sent you into sort of hermit mode, right? That's not the hermit card. We have the Four of Swords here, but that tells me that you are in a period of deep introspection. And then we have the Empress reverse. That is the Libra and Taurus card. You could be dealing with either of those signs. But this tells me, Libra, since this is a Libra reading and this is your card, this tells me that you're not feeling like your best self right now. I feel like ending this connection, whatever it was, it set you into a deep state of contemplation. I feel like maybe you're wondering if you did the right thing or not. And it's just this whole energy, the whole vibe that you're currently feeling. You're really, really, really wondering to yourself, you know, did I make the right decision? Is this right? You're just not feeling like your highest vibrational self at all. And you could do with finances too. I'm getting for a few of you, maybe finances haven't been the best lately. I do feel like that's changing very soon. It looks like you called it quits with somebody who was, I don't feel like you were as into this person as they were into you, actually, Libra. That's what I'm feeling. That's what all the contemplation is about. Like, you didn't want to lose them, but you also knew that they kind of weren't the one. I feel like for a very long time, you sort of kept this to yourself because you didn't want to hurt this person. I feel like this person tried to reach out many, many times. Many times. You guys could have done a lot of things together, like go to the beach. I'm getting for some of you, you may have attended regular spiritual gatherings together. That's just for a few of you, obviously. But you could have loved to go hiking, travel. One of you may have a dog. But something to do with the sun. You and this person shared a connection in the sun. This could even be a connection that happened on holiday somewhere, or holiday, like I'm English, on vacation somewhere, on holiday. Could be something along those lines. But at the end of the day, I sense that this person was a lot more into you than you were into them, at least at the time. So there is no communication here, but you're really wondering if you made the right choice. Ace of Wands. Okay. So what there was here is the physical connection here was out of this world. It was out of this world. We have the Ace of Wands here. Yeah, the physical connection was phenomenal when it came to this, but I feel like I'm not seeing any really water energy here, and that's telling me that there may not have been just like emotions involved. For some of you, I feel like you couldn't really see yourself having a family with this person, but paradoxically, the physical connection that you guys shared was very, very intense. But I feel like this person with the Fool card here, this person that you're not currently in contact with, right? Death card could be I'm dealing with a Scorpio. I feel like they just kind of would do things that would embarrass you sometimes, but there was also very good moments. That's why you're in a state of contemplation. That's why you're in the Empress reverse right now. You're wondering, did I just make a mistake? Did I just lose the best thing in my life? And Libra, here's what I'm going to say about that. You never, ever make a mistake when you follow the energy, when you follow your intuition. Your intuition is never wrong. And a lot of times our brains just get used to somebody being there, but we actually know that it's probably not right going forward long term, because it looks like in this situation, at least you knew that maybe you were hurting this person by leading them on a little bit, not intentionally, but just by keeping the connection going. So it does look like with Judgment here, you did put an end to things, and you are in deep contemplation. You're not feeling like your best self because you're wondering if you made a mistake, because this person was willing to give you whatever you wanted, it looks like. And that's not always good either. You know, sometimes we need someone who's not just going to be at our beck and call, because that takes away attraction. That takes away that passion, you know, that sort of it's human nature to want what we can't have, but we can't take that to an extent where it's unhealthy either. But it looks like this person was just always sort of in your face there with whatever you needed, whatever you wanted, and it looks like you lost a little bit of respect for this person over time. But now that you guys are not in communication, you're really contemplating whether or not you made the right decision, is what I'm very strongly getting. And that's normal, Libra. It's normal. And if you were feeling those feelings, they were there for a reason. So if you're doubting yourself right now, I want you to remember how powerful you actually are as a spiritual being. We are humans having we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. So and a lot of times too, whenever we start losing feelings for somebody, and we're not necessarily sure if we're making the right decision or not, a lot of times what that is in the spirit world is a soul contract is actually up. But it's like the universe taking a kid who's playing in the sandbox with their friend and like, come on, time to go on to the next lesson, come on. And then the little kid fights and screams and doesn't want to leave the connection and you know, no, I don't want to. But then eventually you end up at your next lesson, you forget about the sandbox. But that's kind of what's happening here, is the universe is sort of tugging you along. This connection has served its purpose. The soul contract is complete, tugging you along. This person will eventually come to that conclusion in their own time. It just can take time sometimes, right? So if you're feeling guilty at all, don't. I sense something very, very beautiful coming in for you the moment that you truly allow the universe to, metaphorically speaking, pull you out of the sandbox. The Ace of Cups came out of nowhere here, and the energy is very, very strong. For the moment that you let go, even though there's a strong physical connection with the person that you're not in communication with, the moment that you let go, and I don't mean let go and not talk to them, because this is a no communication reading. What I mean by that is the moment you energetically stop feeling guilty about ending this situation from the past, even though you know the person, that you hurt the person, right? Unintentionally, like we said. But the moment energetically you forgive yourself, you realize that it was for a reason. The soul contract is now complete. I can move on with my life and I don't have to feel guilty. And Libras, one thing I'll say about you, us, I'm a Libra too, we really do care about other people a lot of the time, their feelings, most of the time, right? At least people that we care about. So in that, you don't want to hurt this person. You know, it's killing you that you hurt this person. But the moment that you forgive yourself and you really realize you're a powerful being, your intuition was correct, right? The universe, it was trying to subtly put those feelings within your gut instinct that this connection needed to end. It seems like you got the ick a little bit, and that's okay. It just means the soul contract was up, and there's no need to keep beating yourself up about it, because once you energetically let go of any ties that you have to this past person that you're not in communication with, Ace of Cups. In comes exactly what you've been looking for, and you're going to be so thankful that you didn't sort of force that old soul contract. All right, universe, what can you tell me about this new person coming in for Libra? Okay, so it looks like you're still, for a while at least, you're still going to be thinking about how you may have hurt this past person and how you don't want to make anyone feel like that again. So even though something beautiful and new may be entering your life, either soon if it hasn't already, the moon reversed here, it looks like you're going to really try to just not be too emotional about anything new coming in. It looks like you really want to just take some time and get to know yourself. And, you know, it hurts to hurt people. And I feel like you don't want to hurt people anymore. I feel like you very much want to take some time to yourself. We have the Four of Swords twice here. You want to take some time to yourself so that you can get your mind right, your finance, just all areas of your life right, so that we can take this Empress reverse, which is how you're feeling now, and flip it so you can feel your most high vibrational self. You're not rushing into anything. And Libra, I think that that is absolutely amazing. I think that that shows just how much you've grown as a spiritual being yourself. The fact that you're not just, you know, look, someone new comes in and you're all goo goo gaga right away. You know, you're really contemplating how it didn't work with someone in the past and you may have hurt them very badly, and you don't want to do that to people going forward. So I think that's a beautiful energy, Libra, and it's always important to sort of get ourselves right before we jump into something new. So let's get some cosmic messages here for Libra. Yep, let go, communicate, confession. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, Libra, with this confession, someone has something to tell you. Yeah, I'm strongly getting it's that past person. I feel like they would say or do anything to get you back. It's just one of those situations where you're just not into it, but you feel so bad. But the soul contract is up. But this person, they're confessing their deepest, darkest, their deepest emotions, and they're trying so hard to communicate with you about how they're feeling because they just want you so badly. But I mean, like we talked about, that soul contract, it looks like it's just complete, and it looks like you're ready to move forward, and you need to forgive yourself. And even though this person is hurting, you need to understand that it's not your fault. These things happen. Your intuition is telling you that this soul contract with this specific person is over. Communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. So, you know, what I'm getting with that is it's okay to communicate. Maybe do reach out to this person that you're not in communication with. I feel like they've tried to communicate with you many times with this Fool card here. And like I said, say anything they can to get you back or to keep you or whatever. I don't feel like you're communicating with them currently, but I think it would be okay to maybe send a message like, hey, thinking about you, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but I hope you're doing so well, or something along those lines. And if you're not comfortable doing that, Libra, that's fine, because sometimes those situations can make it worse. But what the cards are saying is to let go, right? Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now, even though I know you're not going to rush into it. Let go, but also once enough time has passed. Let me preface that. Once enough time has passed, maybe you can reach out to this person that you're not in communication with and say, you know, hey, hope you're doing well. Just want you to know I'm sorry it didn't work out with us, but I hope you're doing well. Something along those lines. But it looks like this person you're not in communication with right now, they're just still so wrapped up idealistically in their head with this, that I feel like if you were to reach out to them now and communicate, they would take it as a sign that you still want to be a part of this romantic connection, even though that's not the case. So I would definitely let some time go by. But once you do, you know, once you give this person time to heal, I feel like you guys could have a nice, just sort of little conversation, just sort of clear in the air. That's it. But enough time definitely has to go by for that to happen. It's okay to let go, Libra, and it's okay to not feel guilty. You are a very powerful being. You will make it through this, and it will all be okay. That is what I have for you, Libra. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will definitely see you guys on the next one.